Hello, beautiful, light-filled souls. Well, I just finished an interview with the editor-in-chief, Chris Quinn of Fort Worth today, and it was a really great interview. I just enjoyed it so much. He asked questions that I've never encountered before, and I've been interviewed quite a bit at this point. And one of those questions is, why would you want to relive a near-death experience and keep talking about it? And I thought that was a fantastic question because the physical trauma of a near death experience is not fun. That isn't the part that I like talking about. I don't like thinking about the pain that my body felt and all that I went through before and after the accident and the chronic pain that I live with now. That's not the joy. The joy is everything disconnected from this body. And it's really living with one foot in that other realm and one foot here. You know, that spiritual reality is something that was not a part of my life before the near death experience. And it is such a profound and integral part of my life now. So just talking about the experience makes me happy. But I also see how in just a random room of people, if I am asked about that experience and I start talking about the afterlife, there's something in everybody's soul that reacts to that discussion. You know, I see that people become more like kids. They're curious. You know, there's this deep knowing that there's something more to us than just this physical. Now, I know that a lot of agnostics and atheists would disagree, but the majority of people who I talk to are interested in this. And even agnostics many times are deeply afraid that all ends with the body. I know as an agnostic before my near-death experience, I was certainly afraid of that. And if I would have met someone with the certainty and the experience that I've had, I might have listened. My mind might have cracked open a little, at least to the possibility. But to have experienced it is important. And I love the change that it brings to a classroom when I tell my students about it. I love how the whole energetic atmosphere of the classroom becomes different. When I told it to students at the high school level, many times they wanted to tell me their ghost stories or a story about holding their grandmother or grandfather's hand as he or she died, and just that sacredness of the dying process or the mystery of life. And I think these conversations are just vital to humanity, and we're hungry for something deeper and something more. But people are also suffering. And when I encounter people in deep grief who have lost a child or lost a partner or lost a parent or just lost a deep, dear friend, I know that near death experiences help them. And I interview a variety of people from all walks of life because one story might really connect with one person and another story might connect with another. Near death experiences don't discriminate to kids, race and gender and different types of life styles. It's, you know, it can happen to anyone who dies. And that's that. It's sometimes a little more shocking when it's a younger person or it's a shocking accident, but these experiences are profound no matter how they happen. I also think that we keep telling these stories because we're asked to tell them, and then there is some connection that we have when both a spiritual connection and a connection to the people that we talk to. And that connection, that oneness experience is a beautiful experience. And that's one of the messages of many near-death experiences, that we're all connected, we're all one, we all affect one another. So why not affect one another with love? And the strongest message of my near-death experience is a simple one. Love is all that matters. I know that many people struggle with that idea, but it's something that we can be reminded of every single day. Are you giving love? Are you withholding love? Are you lost in worry? Are you not being loving to yourself? Are you not being loving to others? Or are you just exuding that love? Are you looking to God to fill you with love and to give you the strength to translate this love to the world? So love is all that matters. Not the love that you receive, but the love that you give. And it enriches your life in so many different ways. I was also asked, what is the purpose of and the connection that so many near-death experiencers have. And I think that the connection and the purpose that we come back with is to help others, to help them love themselves more, to heal, to experience more peace in their life, to experience a deeper connection to God. So I continue to talk because I love to see how these experiences, talking about these experiences, change the mood of rooms and change the dynamics of people. I watch all judgment drop away. So, that people don't care where I work or what I'm doing or anything else. When I talk about that experience, they're just like, whoa, never thought about that. That's fascinating. And it's wonderful to be able to share something beyond this physical world and all the ways that we interact with one another. So I consider my death, because of the near-death experience, one of the luckiest moments of my life. It allowed me to see things so differently. And ironically, I had to die in order to learn how to really live and to live passionately and to live in search of love and not to be tricked by fear as often as I can possibly allow myself to not be tricked by it, but to keep focusing on love and to keep reminding others to focus on love. But thank you so much for listening, and may you be blessed.